Welcome back, everyone. I'm excited because my next guest has never been on with me before, and I'm excited about bringing her on because this is going to be very interesting. So listen up, everyone. My next guest is Dana Day, and she is the owner of Arizona Balance and Hearing Aids. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you for having me.
I want you to talk a little bit about yourself because you told me just before you came on something special about you, so go ahead.
I am an audiologist. I've been in the Phoenix area for over 20 years and practicing. I have my clinical doctorate in audiology. So I actually have as my kids say, I went to grade 27 altogether.
Wow.
So, and I have been, I've been employed with the St. Joseph's Hospital Medical Center, the Barrel Balance Center. And in 2004, I went private and formed Arizona Balance and Hearing Aids.
Now, why is balance and hearing, why do they go together?
Well, your primary mechanism for balance, if you will, or your gyroscope for knowing what's up, down, side, left, and right, is your inner ear. And your inner ear is also connected to the cochlea, which is the mechanism in which we hear different pitches and sound, and we're able to hear and understand speech. So those mechanisms are literally tied together and considered the inner ear. And so balance and hearing is also tied very much together as well.
When do people come to you, first of all, let's talk a little bit about how common that is, hearing loss and all of that. I know there's a lot of people that, that get older. My father was one of them. And there's something that we're going to talk about that I'm very excited about too, to talk about when they lose their balance and they think that it's something else when it ends up being something that you call something. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, if we're talking about hearing loss, 1 in 2 to 3 births of 1,000 in the U.S., they're born with hearing loss. And there is about 25 million, of adults in the U.S. that have some type of hearing loss that impacts ordinary listening conditions on a daily basis. And then if we look at the population of over 70, that percentage increases. And it simply could be due to a lot of factors. Simple aging, we all lose hair cells and that type of thing, but also environmental issues, noise exposure, medications sometimes can cause hearing loss, genetic factors through the aging, and just overall health issues.
I understand, and I know this because my daughter's boyfriend, he is around music a lot, and there's also amongst the youngers a lot of them losing because they go to these concerts and apparently they're really loud now.
Yes.
And they're really going to a lot of them, and they go do all day things, and it ends up affecting them.
Right, exactly. And in fact, one of the largest groups growing in hearing loss is the 15 through 30-year-olds for that reason, and others as well.
Absolutely. Now, you're across from the St. Joe's Hospital.
Yes.
In Phoenix. Your phone number is 602-265-9000. The website is azbalanceandhearing.com. You do, when somebody gets a hearing aid from me, we're going to talk a little bit about all that too. You do free trial periods for them.
Yes. If someone finds that they have a hearing loss and they want to try out a hearing aid, but they don't want to put out that outlay of cash at that particular time, we offer a 1-week demo at no charge. You take the hearing aids home, you use them in your daily environment. We ask that you do things like go to your favorite restaurant to make sure that they're going to add benefit before you actually have to make that purchase.
Try before you buy.
Exactly.
Now, their phone number again is 602-265-9000, and it's azbalanceandhearing.com. And what we're going to do, because you said to me, and you said it here on air, that you're really all about educating. That's really what you want to do.
Yes.
Is education for everybody to understand this. And I love the idea of the balance in the hearing, because that's really a big thing that people don't necessarily talk about. And you brought it up in some of these questions, and I want to talk about it now, which is that there are ear rocks or ear crystals. What are they?
Well, actually, they're otoconia crystals. They're calcium carbonate otoconia crystals that are in the inner ear. And most people that have episodes of dizziness or vertigo, spinning, will go to their doctor and they say, oh, you have these crystals that have come loose, or you have these ear rocks that have come loose. What those crystals or ear rocks are these otoconia, and they are located within that inner ear. And they are responsible for gravitational balance. So, for example, it allows you to lean forward and not fall forward, because your center of gravity has been shifted or changed. And that's what those crystals or ear rocks are for, but they're actually otoconia. They're calcium carbonate crystals. And this is one of the about 30% of people who have dizziness and vertigo do have this. But I do warn people, because that is the one thing that in the medical world or profession that we know a lot about. But it's not exclusive to patients who have dizziness or vertigo. So, for example, they may call to come see me because there is a treatment that you can do to basically place those otoconia back, or those crystals or rocks back to where they need to be. But I can tell usually from their interview or their history that that's not what they have. So it sometimes gets a little difficult when you have a patient that's been told something when it's something else. So we like to educate everyone to the fact that benign paroxysmal positional vertigo, that's the dislodgement of those rocks, can occur, but it's very specific. And if I tell my patients, if your dizziness lasts for more than 1 minute, so if you've had dizziness for 3 hours or 3 days, you don't have benign positional vertigo. And then we need to decide what it is that you do have.
Now, we're going to open up the lines to the audience for everyone to get. You want to give them information on anything that's to do with hearing. Let's just do it that way.
Hearing or balance, yes.
Hearing or balance. And our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. We want you to get this information so that you are informed, and you can call here, and we're going to get you connected with her, whether it's you, whether it's your parents, or someone that you know, even your son or daughter as young as 15. It's starting to happen. So give us a call here and get this information at 602-277-5369, and toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. So we are going to be going to a break soon, so I want to get one more thing out. This is huge. Can medications cause hearing loss?
Yes, they can. There are medications that are considered ototoxic, meaning toxic to the oto or ear system. And those medications are usually only given in life-saving situations. So organ failure, kidney failure, cisplatin for chemotherapy, some aminoglycosides out there, usually given IV, usually given in a hospital, though I have had several patients recently that haven't. So yes, they can affect both hearing and balance.
Wow, you've got to be careful. And I mean, obviously not everybody's in that situation, but they never know.
They never know. And again, normally a physician will not prescribe those unless it's absolutely necessary. But it would be nice if the patient knew or the family knew. So when they come off of those medications, if it does indeed affect the system, then they're warned.
We're going to go to a break. Their phone number is 602-265-9000. It's azbalanceandhearing.com. And what's really great about them, they let you try before you buy, and they're all about information. They want you to get this information. You can call here at 602-277-5369, and toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100.
If you own rental properties anywhere in the Valley, Denali Real Estate can provide you with the best overall value, guaranteed. Denali Real Estate Property Management offers 6% management fee, no startup fees, no long-term contracts, and a money-back guarantee. Mention KFNX and we'll fill your first vacant property for free. Please call 480-626-4062. That's 480-626-4062 or visit our website, DenaliArizona.com.
Looking for quality residential property management? For the best, most professional management of your residential real estate, contact the Valley's most stable and reputable company, Guardian Realty and Management. 602-861-2300. There is simply no finer choice for property management. Guardian, the ones watching over your investment. That's 602-861-2300 or on the web at gramhomes.com.
Newsflash, never be fat or smoke again. Break any habit or addiction in as few as 3 to 7 days. No withdrawal. Yes, you heard me right. No matter if you're 40 pounds or 140 pounds overweight, smoke 1 pack or 4 packs a day. You will be free. Call our information line at 623-266-1392 for free consultation. Your habit or addictive behaviors now can be a thing of the past. Call Hypnotic One at 623-266-1392. Now you take control of your life instead of being controlled by life. Call now, Hypnotic One at 623-266-1392.
Did you know the government has been making preparations to seize your retirement and bank accounts? Hi, David Fisher, CEO of Landmark Capital Gold Group. Get the facts, my new white paper titled, How to Protect Your Retirement and Bank Accounts from Government Seizure. I'll show you how to transfer your 401k or IRA into physical gold and silver and take physical possession. Call us today, 602-287-9200. That's 602-287-9200 or landmarkgold.com.
Start Clinic is a new medical weight loss center in North Phoenix. We use FDA-approved prescription stimulants to provide energy, suppress your appetite, and help you lose weight. New patients receive 1 free energy shot with proprietary amino acids and B vitamins with your initial office visit. Just mention KFNX when you come in. Start Clinic is located at 4550 East Bell Road, south of Desert Ridge. Check us out on the web at startclinic.com or call us at 602-795-3649. That's 602-795-3649. Hablamos español.
Do you have IRS tax problems? Are they keeping you up at night? If your tax problems are affecting your family life, you need to know you have options. Call Ted Watkins, enrolled agent before IRS, the tax expert who will handle your case. We negotiate settlements with the IRS, the Arizona Department of Revenue, as well as prepare past due tax returns. Call us at 602-363-1952 or 602-418-7308.
Welcome back. And we're talking with Dana Day, and she's the owner of Arizona Balance and Hearing Aids. We're talking a little bit about how balance and hearing go together, obviously. Mm-hmm. And we have our lines open here. We want everyone to get any information. It doesn't matter what it is, because there's different questions that you have, so you can get any kind of information. That's what she's here about, is to educate the public. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. You can call in. We're going to get you connected with her so that you can get any information, any questions answered that you might have about hearing loss, whether it's for you, your children, or even your parents. So 602-277-5369. I want to go into some of these other things. You know, we talked about how common hearing loss is and some of the different things, but for older adults.
Yes.
Okay. What type of hearing loss is the most common?
The type of hearing loss that's most common is called a sensory neural hearing loss. And basically that is a hearing loss in that cochlea, that mechanism, as I mentioned before, that we hear different pitches and sounds through, the inner ear, if you will. So the hearing loss is not due to impacted wax or fluid behind the eardrum, which is mostly the case with children. It is due to a permanent loss or a deadening, if you will, of the hair cells within that cochlea.
Now, just a lot of people, they know, their family might even know, but how do they recognize that how do you recognize that you're losing your hearing?
Well, the first thing that you'll probably notice is that you're asking people to repeat.
Yeah. What was that? Right.
What was that? Or what did you say? Or that type of thing. So that's generally the most. So I tell my patients that if you are asking people to repeat more than 30% of the time in a situation, then you might want to consider taking that test trial, if you will, or that test drive of that hearing
At the
aid.
break, though, we had talked about this. I'm going to say it right here on the air, though. There are so many people that they don't want to accept.
Absolutely.
I think that's a huge thing with hearing loss.
Absolutely. It is a difficult thing to accept. It's one thing that happens slowly over time, usually. Sudden hearing loss, though they do exist, is not as common. It happens slowly over time, and you learn to adapt. But some of the things that you do in learning to adapt, or others do, is, again, they ask people to repeat. They start to avoid social situations that are become more and more difficult to hear in. So if you're in a big family and you have 30 people over, you may sit in the corner and let those people come to you. They'll avoid going to activities that they normally enjoy doing. Their favorite restaurant. It's too noisy for them. Or the theater. They can't hear in the theater. Things that they used to do. And then they start to withdraw. And that is the thing that we don't want to see. We don't want to see people start to withdraw into their homes because they're unable to communicate when they go out.
And on the other side of it, the person that, let's say maybe they're with, who has to repeat it all the time,
Right.
or also because the person that has the hearing loss might get angry at the other person. Maybe they didn't hear what they said and they thought they said something different or whatever, and it becomes an argument.
It absolutely. I can't tell you how many times I've heard, this saved my marriage, or my wife will divorce me, or my husband is angry because he has to repeat himself all the time. And it does become a problem in social situations and in just daily living, and with your children and with your spouses and with your colleagues at work. People that have to do a lot of their business on the phone, that can be difficult because they may not get the order correct or may not understand the person on the phone. And then you've got that person angry too. And the phone is not a clean signal. It can be very distorted at times. And then if it's distorted and you're going through a distorted system, it makes it even more difficult.
Sure. Now, you're right across from St. Joe's in Phoenix. Your phone number is 602-265-9000. The website is azbalanceandhearing.com, and they do free trial, a week free trial basis for everybody to try these before you actually buy them. And we want everybody who has any questions about the ear, hearing loss, balance, anything like that, you can call here. She's going to give you any information. We want you to get connected with her. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. So obviously if somebody thinks they have a hearing problem, what do they do?
Well, if you do feel like you have a hearing problem, the first thing you would want to do is discuss it with your primary care physician or your family practice physician and get a referral to an audiologist for a comprehensive audiogram. And I say comprehensive because there's two parts of hearing. There's your ability to push the button when you hear the beeps, and then there's your ability to understand speech, both in quiet and in noise. And so it is important that the evaluation that you have cover both of those, because if you only have a test where you push the button and we find out your hearing loss based on that, but you have poor discrim, your expectations are going to be very different, because you're going to expect that when we put that hearing aid on you, you're going to hear clearly like you see with your glasses. You put your glasses on, you see 20/20, everything's wonderful. Unfortunately, the ear mechanism doesn't work that way. So you want to know both concepts, because it will make a difference on how you're fit and how you will accept and use the hearing aid, because that's the biggest thing. We do not want you to take that hearing aid and put it in the drawer. We want you to wear it. We
Sure,
want you to be
got
successful.
it. You should wear it and be successful using
Yes.
it. So are hearing aids the only option for hearing loss?
They're
They have horns still? No, I'm only kidding.
Well, actually, they probably do. I haven't been able to find them recently, but there are other things that you can use if you're financially unable to cover the cost of a hearing aid. There are assistive listening devices. There are what we call TV ears that you can get, like a signal from the TV. And there's also other things like PSPs, which are personal sound processors. So there are things out there that are available. So what I would say is don't not get your hearing test. Don't not try a situation because you think everything's too expensive. There are other solutions. Maybe they're not the best, but certainly a solution that will get you back in the swing of things.
And also better quality, obviously, of life, better quality
Absolutely.
hearing, which is really what you want everybody to have.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And, okay, so real quickly, of the newer technologies, what are some of those?
Well, the newer technologies are wonderful. They allow you to adjust your hearing aids versus your smartphone. They allow you to stream. Streaming is a direct signal from a device or a microphone, such as a TV, mini mic, or the mic systems in a auditorium. They let you stream directly to your hearing aids wirelessly. And then finally, if you have an iPhone, you can literally answer your phone via your hearing aids. So you literally hear the conversation through both your hearing aids, not just one ear. So you're able to get a little extra information.
Wow, it's amazing. I'm sure that there's so many things that you only know unless you find out. And they'll let you do a trial, a 1-week trial to find out whether or not the one that you're looking for works for you.
Yes.
They're located right across the street from St. Joe's in Phoenix. Their website is azbalanceandhearing.com, and their phone number is 602-265-9000. We're going to let you keep on calling for the next 5 or 10 minutes to see if you want to get any information regarding hearing. We want you to connect with her. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. What are some of your final words?
I would like to end this with things for consideration. There are consequences to untreating hearing loss, and we have that information in our office. But because we only have a few seconds, I'm going to run through these very quickly. There is an increased risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease, increased risk of falling. There's a loss of income or earning potential, as we mentioned about how if you can't hear, if you're working on the phones. And then there's just a lower quality of life, depression, anxiety, anger, less social activity, paranoia, and loss of self-esteem. So please consider getting your hearing checked.
Well, what's really nice is that you not only do you want to just educate them, you're offering them to do a free trial, and you won't know until you try it. So it's try before you buy. Their phone number again, it is 602-265-9000. The website is azbalanceandhearing.com. They're right across the street from St. Joe's in Phoenix. I'm going to let you keep on calling. We do want everybody to get any of their questions answered, whether it's you, whether it's your children that are listening to that really loud music all the day, all along. And it's also those concerts that makes it crazy. If there or someone that you love has any problem with their hearing, she wants to connect with you, give us a call here at 602-277-5369.